Hello lovely people and welcome back to my channel. It has been a while, I'm so sorry I fell off the grid again. I wasn't really planning on it. I actually have a lot of ideas of videos I wanted to film, but I kind of went into my dark place in the beginning of January and I stayed there for 2 weeks or so, and I'm getting out of my dark place now. It is getting a little bit better. I don't want to really talk about details of why I went into my dark place. You know, January, it's the depressing time of the year and it just happened. But the other reason I fell off the grid is my husband gifted me a KitchenAid, which is this beautiful standing mixer that I think every self-respecting baker has in their kitchen. And I've been lusting after one of these for years. We used to live in an apartment in the city center of the city where I live, and we used to live above this store which says like expensive-ish kitchenware, like, you know, KitchenAid, Le Creuset, more of these like high-end really quality brands. And I used to walk past their window like every time I would walk out of our apartment and swoon at all the KitchenAids that they had on display in like the different colors, and oh, I just always wanted to have one because if you didn't know that about me, I actually like baking a lot. I'm not in any way even a pro amateur baker, but I really enjoy baking. And he gifted me one of those for my birthday, and obviously I had to go on a baking spree, so I baked a bunch of things. I watched exclusively baking videos for the last 2 weeks. I don't think it's going to stop anytime soon. I've been using this thing like crazy ever since I got it, and I'm already considering getting the special bowl that you need to make ice cream for the summer, because that would be amazing. But I know you don't care about my baking adventures, so let's go back into the makeup. The only purchase that I have made for this month was a very impulsive purchase that I made in the beginning of the year. I purchased this mini Mattetrance lipstick trio in the shade Skin Show V2, which I'm guessing stands for Volume 2. She has released minis of her Mattetrance lipsticks before, and she does have one with nudie colors in it, but that is a different color selection compared to this one. And also the other set is more expensive because it comes in a mini version of her original Mattetrance lipstick packaging, which let me show you just for a reference, because we're going to talk about the packaging in a second. So this is the packaging that the Mattetrance lipsticks normally come into. It's very hefty, it's metal, it's black lacquer, it has a beautiful like design here with the lips. It is absolutely stunning, weighty packaging. These lipsticks cost 40 euros a piece. Now this mini Trance lipstick trio costs only 23 euros for all the three lipsticks, and when I first saw it, I was kind of under the impression, I don't really know why I was being so delusional, but I thought it's going to be minis of this packaging. It's not. These are super plasticky, like the cheapest kind of plastic you can imagine. If you remove the beautiful lipstick design that is so classic of Pat McGrath lipsticks, this could easily be a, you know, dollar lipstick in the drugstore or something. It is so cheap. I just wanted to give you a heads up if you, like me, delusionally thought that this is going to be the hefty packaging in these beautiful colors. So the reason I was attracted to this lipstick trio set is, can you see how beautiful the colors on this packaging is? One is yellow, one is orange, one is coral. So this set comes with three nude type of colors. These are the colors, let me put them from lightest to darkest. This is Christy, this is Beautiful Stranger, and this is the color Flash 3, which are all some of her best-selling nudes in the Mattetrance formula. Let's talk about the Mattetrance formula real quick. The Mattetrance formula, if some of you have been around my channel or my Instagram, you will know it's not one of my favorite formulas of lipstick, and initially I really didn't get along with it. I have one shade of her Mattetrance formula in the original packaging, and that is the color Obsessed, which is a beautiful orange, vibrant red color. And it took me some time to start getting along with this lipstick. Now, I want to point out that personally I tend to not really agree very much with the Mattetrance formula unless I apply my MAC Prep and Prime lip primer underneath. I know it is an extra step and a lot of people will be like, why are you paying so much money for a lipstick and then you still need a lip primer with it? It is a personal thing, okay? I think a lot of people do not have any issues with the Mattetrance formula. It could be that it's just me, it could be that it was this color in particular, which I felt was very drying, and especially after an hour it started to really like look very flaky and cracky on my lips and like really unflattering, and that is why for the longest time I did not get along with the Mattetrance formula from Pat McGrath. However, I started using the lip primer on a regular basis, including with my Pat McGrath lipsticks, and I have to say I've been having such a good time wearing Obsessed recently. that was the reason I thought maybe I would like to explore more of the colors in the Mattetrance formula, because the Trance formula, she markets those as cream lipsticks. Personally, I think they're more like a comfort matte formula. They come in a smaller selection of colors, and there have been colors in the Mattetrance formula that I have really wanted to try for the longest time, amongst which this color here, which is the color Flash 3, which you also see on my lips. Now, something else I want to point out, just so you are aware of it, you get very little amount of lipstick. This is like nothing, it's super tiny. Let me just for comparison purposes show you how a full size looks like. So this is the difference in terms of how big they are for packaging, and this is the difference in terms of bullet size. Another really important point I want to make about these lipsticks, something that I've heard from other people, is that pads, minis, tend to break really easily. So you can see how teeny tiny and thin the bullet is. You should be really careful when you apply these or when you handle them, because they break off really easily. What I normally do is I don't open them all the way up when I apply them. I try to apply them as closed as possible so that I prevent the bullet from like being too flexible and having the option to break. I hope that these are not going to break on me. They arrived in perfect condition, none of them is broken. I already lip swatched them for you and none of them broke in that process either. So far so good, but that is also something to keep in mind. If you're a little bit more heavy-handed and you don't trust yourself, then be careful with these. I think this pretty much wraps up my intro. That's all I wanted to say in terms of like general information about these lipsticks. I think they are still available on the McGrath website. I'm going to try to leave a link to that in the description box below for you, so you can check it out. And yeah, let's get into the lip swatches. So let's start with the lightest one. This is the one that comes in the yellow packaging, and the color is named Christy. And it looks a little bit like a nice pinky nude. Let me give it a quick swatch on my hand. Sorry for the teeny tiny swatch. I'm trying to be extra careful with these because I know that they break really easily. So it looks like a nice pinky nude, like I said. Let's try it on the lips. This is beautiful, I love it, it is such a gorgeous color, I can't wait to wear it like more long term to test it out, but it looks very flattering with my skin tone. It doesn't look like too light of a nude, and I love it. It reminds me actually a little bit of Anita from NARS. Let me swatch this one next to it. So here you have the Pat McGrath Christie, and this is Anita by NARS. It's one of their audacious lipstick. They are very similar in the sense that the undertones are very similar, but I think this one has more pink, and the Pat McGrath color definitely has a bit more like brown peach tones to it, if that makes sense to you. The next color comes in this beautiful happy orange packaging, and it is the color Beautiful Stranger. If I'm not mistaken, Beautiful Stranger is also a nude, but it has more brown tones to it, and it is a little bit deeper than Christie. Let's give it a little hand swatch. Looks like this. Actually, if you just look at the swatch, it looks extremely similar to Christie, but I think when I was watching them side by side, which we can actually do, why did I remove the Christie color? Let me just swatch it side by side next to Christie, so you can see the difference. I think Christie just has a little bit more pink, whereas this one has a bit more peach to it, and it's a bit deeper. Okay, so far 2 out of 2. I love Beautiful Stranger as well. It is just a little bit deeper and has a slightly different undertone compared to Christie, in the sense that now that I have it on my lips, I feel like it has a bit more like reddish undertones to it, or like deeper pink undertones to it. I'm not sure how to explain it. It is also really stunning. Let's watch the deepest color in this trio, which is this beautiful color which is called Flash 3, and it comes in the most gorgeous coral packaging. This is definitely a deep, like brown nude. Let me swatch this here, right next to Beautiful Stranger. You can see that it is much deeper than the other two colors. I'm really excited for this color because I've been lusting after it for a really long time. And here you have Flash 3. I can't really say anything else other than I'm in love with this color as well. It is so beautiful. It is like a deep brown red nude, so it's not super brown, it's not like 90s brown, it has enough red to it to give it a very interesting undertone. It looks beautiful on the lips. Something that I want to mention with this formula, I feel like when you work it in just a little bit with your fingers right after application, it gives it this very beautiful velvety finish to it. Like, it already looks very velvety after application, but if you just swipe lightly with your fingers to make it like blend even more seamlessly into your lips, it looks even more beautiful. So I'm going to stick with Flash 3 for the rest of the video. I love all three lipsticks. I don't really know what else to say about this. All three colors look beautiful with my skin tone. They have just the right undertone to look really flattering, but also different enough to fit with different kind of looks. I just love them. And I'm not gonna lie, the Mattetrance formula does look very velvety and like it really blurs your lips. Like I said in the intro, this formula has really grown on me lately. If you're looking for trying out the Pat McGrath Mattetrance formula and you're looking more into like the nudes, because I think the other trio contains more like deeper red colors, I think this is the perfect entry into the Mattetrance formula from Pat McGrath, because you don't have to invest 39 euros for a single lipstick, and if you end up not liking the formula, you're going to have spent so much money on something that you're not going to wear. Whereas here you spend 23 euros, you get 3 different colors, you get to test out the formula, and I just think all 3 colors are made in such a way that they would flatter pretty much anyone. That's the magic of Pat McGrath. She just knows what she's doing when it comes to undertones. I know I sound like a broken record when I talk about Pat McGrath and how much I love her, but you know what? It's not that she can do no wrong because I'm willing to excuse everything she does wrong. It's because the woman makes fantastic products. That's just the bottom line. And this mini lipstick trio set is no exception. Anyway, you guys, let me know which color was your favorite, if you could even pick one, because personally I couldn't. As usual, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you would like to see more of me. Welcome to all the new people who have subscribed to me lately. I feel like quite a few people have subbed to my channel. I'm not really sure where you come from, but welcome. I hope you're here to stay. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!